Hi, today I'm going to take you through one of the most important modules in the Excel for Beginners course, formulas. I'm going to take you through the very basics of how to get started with this really important and powerful feature of Excel. If you want to check out the rest of the Excel for Beginners course, I'll put a link in the description below. It has other features such as AI, functions, cleaning and formatting. So let's get started with formulas. Now this is where the real value of Excel can be seen. We're going to start adding formulas to this information. These formulas are going to be dynamic and they'll change as we change information. You'll see as we go along. You can see here we've got this cafe sales information for all the sales that happened for the first week of January in different locations. And one of the things I can see really quickly that I want to add is I want to get the total value price or the total value of these coffee sales. Because in column D we've got the number of units that were sold. In column E we've got the value of each of those units, but we don't have the total sales. So let's go and add this in. In column I, I'm just going to make that a little bit wider. And I'm going to type in total sales. The formatting's automatically gone across because Excel has realized what we want to do there. And now I'm going to type in a formula. And formulas in Excel always start with equals. So equals cell D2, so we can type that in, D2, multiplied, which is the star sign, by cell E2. And press enter. And you can see it's worked out that it's $9. I'm going to go back up to the home in the tab and the ribbon. I'm just going to make that centered just so it aligns with the rest of our spreadsheet. And you can see that we've got $9. Another way of doing this is just clicking into the cells. So type in that equal sign. So now automatically Excel realizes this is a formula. I'm going to select the cell D3, type in the multiplication sign and select the cell E3 and press enter. Again, I'm going to highlight the whole range and make sure that the whole column is centered this time. So there you go, you can see that that's how a formula works really simply. But I don't want to do this 100 times. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cell, and there's a little dot down on the right hand side which you can drag down. And what that does is it automatically drags the formula down along with it. So you can see this was D3 multiplied by E3 in this cell where it's $5.50. If I click down at the next cell, it's gone D4 times E4. D5 times E5. So it's worked as you're dragging the formula down. Excel realizes it wants to drag it down with the different values. And the quickest and simplest way to drag it all the way down to the bottom is go and double click this square at the bottom right hand side of the cell. And it's dragged that formula all the way down to the bottom of your range to where it realizes that there's no more information. So now we've got that total sales value. That's our first formula. Really simple and really easy. And what I can show you it also does is it's very dynamic. So if you go and change this information on the first of the first and say, actually we didn't sell 3 espressos to Jack, or 2 espressos to Jack, we sold 3. Once I press enter, have a look at the total sales value. It automatically updates. So this is the whole power of Excel. It's dynamic and it updates as you change information. I'm going to put in the tax rate, which is 10%. I'll put this in a decimal place. I'm going to go back into N1 and change this to percentage. You don't need to change this to percentage. Excel already knows 0.1 is 10%, but I'm just doing this for visualization purposes. Okay, in cell J1, I'm going to put the heading of tax, and I'm going to make sure that this is centered by highlighting that whole column, and now I'm going to put that formula in there for tax. So, equals the total sales, I2, multiplied by the tax rate, which is in cell N1, and press enter, 90 cents. Now this worked perfectly. So when I drag these cells down, it didn't quite work. They're all at 0 value. Now I'll show you this by double clicking that cell value. You can see what it's referencing, and you've got it up here in the formula bar as well. I2 multiplied by N1. Perfect. Now if I do this for the next one, what it's done, because it's relative, it's selecting the next cell down. I3, which is perfect, but now it's gone to N2, which has no values. I'll do that again. The next row, it's I4, which is good, but against N3. So it's dragging the formula down, but we don't want that to happen. So what we do is we go back into that original formula, and where we've got the cell of N1, we want to lock that. We don't want it to change, but we don't mind the other cell changing because we need it to drag along with the total sales. So the cell that we need to change is I2, the one that we want to lock is N1. To do that, we put some dollar signs in there. This is what makes it an absolute cell reference. So a dollar sign in front of the N, a dollar sign in front of the 1, and now that cell is locked. So now when I drag it down, you can see that it's worked. I double click that cell value. It's continuing that pattern with I3 because we want to drag that down, but it's locked that cell of N1. Double click the next one and it's doing the same. So let's go down the bottom and complete that all the way down. And now we've got another formula using a locked or absolute cell reference. Very handy. You'll find this very useful in the future. Now to wrap up this formulas section, I'm just going to add in one more column of information with just a little bit more of a complex formula. Not too difficult. So let's add the final sales in there, which is our total sales plus tax. And you can simply do it. I know it's a really easy formula. I2 plus J2 gives us our final sales. But I'm going to do this a little bit more complex just to show you how it works. Equals I2 plus, in brackets, I2 multiplied by N1, and we're going to lock those cell values by pressing F4 and putting those dollar signs in there and closing the brackets. And that gives us that $9.90 value. So again, like I said, you can just simply add I2 and J2, but I just wanted to show you how you can follow that mathematical rule with brackets, multiply, and addition to get you the same result. We'll center that down and we'll double click the formula all the way down. So there you go. That's our basics with formulas in Excel. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see the entire Excel for Beginners course, I'll leave a link in the description below. It goes for 40 minutes, it's short, sharp, and gets straight to the point. Also, if you want some extensions on Excel formulas and functions, check out these videos.